Well, hello, happy Wednesday. So I wanted to come on. I need to run a few errands. So I'm going to do kind of a minimal makeup look, which is kind of my jam lately. Welcome to summer. So I thought I'd take you along. Today is the last day for the free eyeshadows, and I will show those to you live today. Again, a really pretty kind of they call it like a bronze, but it's got a little bit of a red undertone, kind of a rosy undertone to it. I'll show you. And then that just neutral upon all neutrals. They're so gorgeous. You get both of them free with any 3 items off of my storefront. So I've linked 2 different things that will kind of get you that direction, right? One is my bronzer, my blush, and the brush I use every day, right? Sometimes I just don't link those things. I don't think about it. The other is my lip of the day. And I'm going to do my copper lip today. And I'm using this color stick, which is a seasonal item. When it sells out, they're not going to restock it. I thought it was only available for one certain month that we offered it, but they extended that. So if you haven't picked this up yet, it's pretty great. And then I'm going to use the seasonal lip gloss also that goes with it. I just feel like it's such a pretty complement to that brown eye that we're going to do with the free eyeshadows today. So if you're hopping on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, say replay. If I can help you with anything, you're going to comment the word Wednesday. And I'm going to go lip mask on. And then we're going to put a little bit of Prime Set Mist. I'm going to use this because I'm going to use powder foundation today. Powder foundation is all restocked. So if your color's been out, like my color's been out, it's back. And we'll see how long that lasts. So we're going to hope it's a while. All right, I'm going to curl my lashes while that Prime Set Mist is soaking in. There we go. Do you curl your lashes? Let me know. Let me know. All right. Let's get this show on the road. So with the powder foundation, I like to swirl so it just all evenly gets distributed. With the BB cream, I like to tap. I feel like that application works better. And I'm going to omit the kind of middle part here and kind of the end of my nose for a lighter shade so that we sort of have that concealer type idea without having to use a liquid concealer on top of the powder. I just think it's such a great idea. So I have adopted that and I really like it. So with my lighter shade, same brush. So if it's got a little bit of a mix in it, I'm okay with that. And go all around the eyes. And if you remember when the video started, or if you'd like to back it up, if you're on the replay especially, I had a lot of shine on my face, right? My skincare was working. It was doing its job. And so now I'm all mattified. And I love that. It's just so lightweight. Our powder foundation is infused with shea butter. It has no talc in it whatsoever. So it is truly hydrating as you wear it. It's pretty crazy. All right. So then my bundle that's linked, it's called my face bundle, is my bronzer I use every day, which if you watch any video, and then my favorite blush, which is a very light pink. And then this brush, which is what I use to put my bronzer on. So that gets you the 3 things, which gets you the 2 eyeshadows. Plus you get free shipping on everything. You would get 15% off, and the free eyeshadows. A pretty good deal. If you wanted to add one more thing, like maybe you just wanted the lip gloss I have. You don't need the whole lip thing. You just like the gloss. You could add that on to these three things. Now you get 20% off, along with the free expedited shipping, the free product. So it's really great. Or, you know, you can add any item to those three to get that extra 5% discount on everything, which is so great. I love that they do it like that. All right, we're just gonna get the blush. I just did my hair this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, after I got back from the chiropractor this morning. And I don't want to put it back in a little thing because it will crease. You know, everybody's hair does something different, but the minute I use a headband or I put it in a ponytail, there is no coming back to this. My hair just holds that crease or that kink, and it's not happening. One and done. And I don't want it to be one and done. I'd like it to last a couple of days. In my perfect world, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, it has to last tomorrow. Probably can get away with Friday. And then we get in the pool all weekend. So then it goes into a ponytail starting on Saturday. And then probably don't have to wash it again until Sunday night when we get out of the pool, which I really like that. And then next week, I get my big deal hair appointment that I haven't had in a while, which is my color adjustment and my trim. I definitely need a little trim. My color adjustment is way overdue, and it's my own stupid fault. It's my own dumb fault. So there's three of us girlfriends that all go to the same hairdresser, and we have for almost 20 years. And so we have all since left where we knew each other, which we all worked together previously. None of us work there anymore, but three of us girls get together and do lunch together. It's so fun. And we all base it around when someone has a hair appointment, which is just, to me, it's just hilarious. So anyway, we're not getting together for mine because mine is too long. My appointment's 3.5 hours, but they go like every 5 to 6 weeks, and I go like every 12 to 15. I just don't get my hair cut that often. It just doesn't need it. Plus I'm trying to grow it out, you know? But I got to go faster to get this fixed because it doesn't look so bad when it's curled like this. The darkness doesn't come out. But yesterday I had it straight and it is like, whoa, line. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So the joys. All right, so we're going to use the new shadows. Not new. They're definitely not new. They're the OG shadow colors. They've been around since before I ever started with this company years ago. So love these two colors. I was so grateful I had them in stock, which was helpful. So I am going to put the darker shade in my crease. This is similar to what I did yesterday, and I just really loved how it turned out. Let me tuck. Let me... Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay, that was weird. I zoomed and then it paused. I'm like, what did I do? I know I zoomed a little extreme, but it doesn't need to be that extravagant. All right, can you see my eyes better that way? I think you can. All right, so we're gonna take this deep dark color, and I'm just gonna use this brush, which I use for kind of my darker colors, and I took just a Kleenex I have over here and just sort of wiped it off, right? I think this is the same brush I used yesterday, not exactly sure. Looks like it needs to be cleaned because it started as a much lighter color, but tonight is not brush cleaning night, so it's just gonna have to wait. All right. So I'm going to go in the crease to To me, this is just a super simple but gorgeous combination. I'm kind of glad that they gave you two and not just one color as the freebie. Do you see where that comes off with a little bit of a rosy undertone on me? Now, it could be that I'm so pale. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying they tout it as a bronzed brown. I'm not sure how. It's always interesting to me, whoever comes up with the description of the color on things. I mean, it's a job into itself, right? I'm coming down a little bit on my lid. All right, need a little more on that eye. I feel like the other eye has more on it. Okay, that looks better. That looks more symmetrical. All right, and then we're going to take the lighter shade, which is like the most awesome neutral. We're just going to, on the lid, inner corner, and under the brow bone. And then I'm just sort of cleaning up any rough edges. Isn't that pretty? So last day to grab these. So if you're interested in these, you need to place an order before you go to bed tonight. Because they actually extend into the AM, early AM hours, but they all go off of like a Pacific Standard. And if you're not an early bird, you're not getting. So I would suggest before you go to bed, if there are 3 things you need and you want the free eyeshadows, today is the day. All right, let's do a little mascara. It's about time for me to open a new quadra. Every 3 to 4 months, they say, is when you should be replacing your mascara. I also base it on any time my mascara starts to look maybe clumpy or feels a little dry, doesn't have that ease of putting on that maybe it had when I first opened the tube. All of those are kind of signs that it is time for your replacement. It's not about when you actually run out. It's about eye health, to be honest. So I look down into a mirror because my eyes are so hooded that if I'm to look up, I would have mascara all over underneath my eyebrow, which I'm grateful my lashes go that far, but I don't want to have to clean all that up. It's not fun. All right, one more little pass on the top. If you're interested in trying a new mascara, just comment mascara or Wednesday. Either one will get us talking. So tomorrow I will go over, maybe what we'll do tomorrow is we'll just do a mascara day. Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to see my granddaughter tomorrow. So we'll do actual makeup. What I want to do, maybe I can do this Friday because I know what's coming. And I think what I'll do is come on and just put on mascara. So not put on foundation and use my cloths to put on 2 different and then take off We have 3 different ones. So I can't just show you 2 different eyes. So I'd like to show how they each kind of appear, talk about the different wands, talk about their use, all of that. So let's do that Friday. Yeah, because I'm with the granddaughter tomorrow, and then Friday, all I gotta do is go get my nails done. So we can play with mascara. That'd be fun, don't you think? Figure out which is your best. You know which one I prefer. Because if you watch, I mean, when you love a product and when your lashes look like this, why not? All right, both of these together make a gorgeous copper lip, which I think goes well with this kind of copper brown eye. That's the F.R.E.E product. This all by itself though, let me show you. Because I have been loving just a lip gloss this summer. It's so weird. Look at those gold flecks in there. Isn't that so pretty? Now, you can put it on top of this as well, but this all by itself just makes for such a great kind of easy look. So we're going to call that done. Let's spray the face. This is going to be our setting part of our prime set. Oh, and we did not blend right there. Lovely when you look a certain direction. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What did we do? Okay, let that soak in. And that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go run some errands. And then when my husband gets home, I went yesterday and I got ribeyes. So he's going to cook us some great steak tonight. All right, thanks for watching. See y'all tomorrow.